And we are live. Welcome to the Funko Illuminati. Tonight we'll be talking about why Mitch is so cool. That concludes our show.
Long
We don't have
conversation.
enough time.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wrap it up.
yeah, we're done. Roll credits.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for this. What generation? I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna do a documentary, a 7-part series.
Oh, cool. Can we get Ken Burns? My
Yeah.
dearest Mitchell, life on the front has been difficult. Oh, God.
Need David Attenborough.
Ooh. That could work, too. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Guess we're all aging ourselves now, huh? I hope everyone had a good weekend. I basically spent my weekend going to the gym and cleaning the house.
Gym
It's
rat.
good times.
Spent mine sleeping.
I spent mine making
Yeah.
money.
Money for nothing and your chicks for free?
There's nothing about chicks that is free. Absolutely nothing.
I want my MTV.
They're quite expensive.
they are.
Yeah.
Oof. Maybe that's why mine's crazy. Not spending enough money.
You know,
Sure, we'll go with
this
that.
feels like I was gonna say this feels like an experiment we should not get involved in.
Yeah, right.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, hey Anthony, here Jeremy.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna. There was a toy show in Toronto, but they used to charge $10 to go into the show, which is a little expensive, but it's pretty good size. They upped it to $25.
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
Yep, pass.
absolutely not.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm good. And then there was another one, but here in Hamilton, and I went to that one last time. And the only thing I found was a Ghostbusters cassette, and then it was a bunch of guys all selling baseball, hockey, and football cards and Hot Wheels. So I don't collect any of that, so I didn't see the point in spending 20 minutes of my time going up there and then another $5 of my time to go in.
Yeah. This Sunday is a toy show, a small one around me. It's $5 to get in.
Yeah. We got
I don't
one
think
too.
anything's $5 in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Gas. A gallon of gas.
Yeah, about
Not even-
about a gallon.
Or a
Yeah.
single egg.
No, but I'm saying I don't think you can go to any show for $5. Like I don't
No.
even know where.
Well, how much is public transit?
I don't know.
Well, I was thinking for the
Never
cost
been
of
on
public
one.
transit, you get to see any show you want,
Probably
depending on what.
$2 or I don't know. Let me see.
See, you can get a show for $2.
Yeah, but he probably can't
true.
go to a toy show where him because all the buildings that rent out probably charge an arm and a leg. So that's why
That's what
you
he's
got
saying.
to turn.
It's most
Yeah.
likely
Hey.
if they're like those shows, there's probably a parking lot that they're renting. So they're like,
Yeah,
Ooh.
so
that's
it's
true. I keep,
$1.75, and then for 62 Medicare customers with disability, it's 75 cents at peak hour and 35 cents off peak. For kindergarten or students with a special students pass, it's free. Low income gets 20 rides for a month.
damn.
If
I pay $3
If,
a
if
ride
you
here.
make less than 41,400 a year, you get 20 free rides.
Hey, Laney.
So what is that?
Dang, I'd do good. I would never have to pay.
God.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't think, even, the little tiny cons or swap meet, I think the
Mhm.
swap meet's $5 here.
Yeah, but even you see, doesn't matter where you are. $5 to me seems reasonable because they have to get. I understand they have to get the space. They have to, entice people to come and all that other crap. And some of them will also do door prizes. So I get that too. But $25 for the same show that they do about 6 times a year I can't justify it.
Yeah.
No.
And the only and the celebrities that they had were 3 voice actors from X-Men 97. Sorry, the original 95 X-Men series.
That's why then. That's why it was much because they had to get actors in there.
Yeah, they had Jubilee, Jean Grey, and somebody else. But
I thought you were talking like a swap meet kind of.
Yeah,
it is basically a swap meet, though.
Yeah,
it's like a mini con.
Yeah, they got voice actors.
Yeah.
3 voice actors that they have done nothing else but those characters.
How much do you think that cost?
What do you mean?
They have the voice actors come. How much do you think that'd pay them?
Well, last time I was there, I was talking to one of the guys. You won't know who he is, Vince. Mitch might know, and so does Quickdraw. Maybe even Andrew. Stan Bush. He did the Transformers soundtrack for the '80s cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He did a lot of '80s music, like for action movies like Bloodsport and stuff. Okay. Anyways, point is, I was talking to him because he was shooting the breeze with like 3 or 4 people, and he said, "Yeah, they don't pay me to be here. I get the booth for free. They get to use my name, and then whatever I get from autographs, that's what I get." So I would assume it's something similar to that because it's such a small event.
Well, like I'm saying, but like the people I know that are like, I guess they're not super relevant, but they're somewhat relevant voice actors. They get hotel room and board, then they get their whatever their fee is to come.
Yeah,
charge a fee, and then they get whatever they make on their sales.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're getting bank, and they're not paying a dime. So, like for instance, people pay if you have a booth, or if you're like one of the official, like WonderCon. They have their own official upfest, but then there's people that have people at their booth signing. The person at the booth is paying for the booth, and then he's also paying that person's flight, that person's hotel, unless they're local, that person's whatever his fee is a day. If he 2 days, and then they get to make a percentage off of whatever he signs.
Mm-hmm.
No, that I get that for like bigger conventions, but I'm talking like when it's like somebody who's maybe done 3 or 4 voice characters from a show from 20 years ago.
Yeah. I'm saying he's not that, so he's probably not cost him. He's just going just to try to make money. On the side, but I'm saying like, who were those voice actors big that were there?
No,
because I'm sure they got paid to show up.
You said from X-Men 97.
Oh well, I meant to say like the original X-Men, like from the 90s. Not the actual Disney remake. So we're talking like the original Jean Grey voice, Jubilee, and I forget who the other one was.
And then no one cares about those ones.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so they were probably just there with the free booth trying to make money.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Pink Power Ranger before the Power Rangers kind of picked up again with the older crowd. She lives in Toronto, and she used to do all these little tiny shows and get autographs and stuff. And now she's
so expensive, and her line is so long.
Mm-hmm. But back in the day, like we're talking like 98, 99, when she used to go to the Fan Expo, there's nobody at her line.
Voice actress that's expensive from Star Wars?
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Ashley Eckstein.
Oh, she's going to
be
Yeah.
She is expensive.
Well, yeah, because she's Ahsoka and everything else.
Yeah, she's just a voice actress, though.
It doesn't matter. It's a Star Wars character, for God's sake.
So Jim Cummings, he's like a million voices.
Oh yeah.
He's expensive. He charges so expensive for his quote.
Yeah.
Like I got a couple of him, and I was like, I'm not paying for his quote. It was like $30 extra for his quote. I was like,
yeah.
What could Leatherhead really say? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you got the big one he does is Winnie the Pooh.
I got
It's kind of his big thing.
Dark
That's like Hallie got her. She was all about getting a Jim Cummings signed Winnie the Pooh pop back in the day.
I have one.
Yeah.
And she actually did a TikTok the other day, and it actually was in the TikTok. I saw it on one of her shelves. But
That's cool.
but yeah, no, but you get back to what you were talking about before we got kind of sidetracked. I mean, you've got to think, depending on where they're having it, you've got to pay for the venue, you've got to pay for the electricity use at the venue. If people are using electricity for anything, you've got to pay for, there's so many things you've got to pay for. That's what they're taking in money for. And, you know, they may not be expecting to have tons of people. So, you know, they've got to make their money. I mean, that's probably why they're charging $25, which whether that's right or wrong or good or bad, but it's just
especially if they're actually like a convention building.
They're not.
Yeah. The shows I go to are like at like a VFW.
Yeah.
Right now they ran out the VFW.
This one was at a Hilton. This one was at a Hilton.
The American Legion.
Yeah, American Legion, Masonic Lodge.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, depending on what they're charging them to actually have it there, you got to take all that in consideration.
But I'm just saying, $15, I was kind of on the fence of, but $25 for a ball, like a Hilton ballroom. So it's not like a huge room. Like you could walk the room in 2 minutes.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't pay that for that because I wouldn't be interested in really going to something like that anyways. But, and, you know, maybe somebody that was, you know, that bought and sold stuff, you know, they could make the money back in, you know, buying stuff from people and then reselling stuff, you know, or collectors if they had something that they're specifically looking for. Who knows?
You know,
but
and Vince might agree with this, maybe even Quickdraw, because he does smaller shows. I've noticed the ratio of fee to vendor price is in opposite direction. So in other words, what I mean by that is you go to an event like Fan Expo, right? It doesn't matter which one. It could be Toronto, Cleveland, Portland, whatever. It's a brand name now. And their prices per day are anywhere between $50 to $60. So you pay your price, you get in for the one day, and I find the vendors' pricings there are more reasonable and you're able to bargain compared to a smaller show where you're paying $5 to $7 to get in. And like you touched on briefly, Mitch, people are trying to make their table money back and then some. So their prices are a little higher than they normally would be. So that's the other thing I notice with these things.
You also like you've said before, Sean, if there's something you want and it's expensive, just wait till Sunday, the last day, because they don't have to pack everything up. So you could find deals more on the last day of it than if you're at the first day, the second day, like things are still highly priced because they don't know if it's going to sell or not. And they're trying to get their top dollar. But towards the end, when it's towards, then you can have a better option of like.
Well, those toy shows though, but those toy shows are usually just like one day deal.
Yeah.
So
I've been finding the prices have been pretty decent.
See, but
I even get deals and I'm going to ask for them. They just say, "Oh, let's say if I like that last show I went to, I picked up 2 things, and it was going to cost me $40. The guy just said, "Just give me 35." I'm like, "All right, here."
See,
I didn't even have to talk them down or anything.
I don't feel like I get anything for a deal in Los Angeles. I feel like anything that they have is going to be a bunch of people, and people are like you can't really find. I feel unless you go to grandma just died and she has a bunch of stuff and is throwing it out. Then you might find something good. But with toys, it's I don't even know where a toy show is around here.
I've actually gone through an estate sale where they do that, where you go into someone's house and then you basically have a bag and you can. I was in there for a hot 2 minutes. I was like, you know what? No, this feels way too creepy, man. Like, there's still people living, like the family members that are living in the house, cleaning it out, are still there mourning because grandma passed away like a month ago, and now we have all her valuables out with little blue stickers on them. It's like, you know what? No, I'm good.
Wow.
No, it was when I first moved out on my own in my younger years. I was looking for cookware, and someone's like, "Oh yeah, there's a I forget what they call them now.
An estate
call
sale.
it an auction, estate sale. Thank you, estate sale." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm thinking like I go into an auction house, and the next thing I know, I'm going up to this house, and there's a lady there. She's like, "Yeah, everything with the blue stickers is for sale." And you're walking through, and you can hear somebody crying in another room while the door's closed. Like, oh, I don't know if I want to be here. Maybe you guys could have waited like another week or two.
Yeah.
Grandma died in a recliner. It's half off. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I like to buy this rug. This really weird stain on it.
Oh no!
Too far, Sean. Too far.
Why would they even
But-
sell the rug? Why would they even sell the rug in the first
Hey,
place?
mate,
I like the fact that Quick's like looking at the logistics. Going, why would someone do that?
how much does
Come
your
on, Vic.
registration cost?
What, Vince?
Huh?
How much does your registration cost?
For what?
What do you mean? My
Your
vehicle?
car. Yeah. You guys don't have to do it every year.
Renew my tags?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
$65.
Or
Mine's like super cheap compared to everybody else I know. Mine's $154.
Yeah, mine's like $65 when I have to renew my plates.
yeah.
Mine's nothing.
It all depends here, because if you have a newer car, it costs more. After 10 years, it goes down, and then 15 years, it's 55 straight across for everything.
My car's 1997.
That's why
That's
you
a
got it
classic.
cheaper.
Oh wait, no,
I pay
No, it's
100.
almost.
2 years. 2 years it's got
No.
before it becomes a
So,
classic.
My registration
I have
fee is
2
$138. My license fee is $5, and then county and district fees 11. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because you have a Land Rover, don't you?
Land Cruiser.
Cruiser.
Oh, Land Cruiser.
Toyota Land Cruiser.
Mine's an Asian car, not a British car.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
It's the same brand as mine.
I don't think so. This is cooler.
Toyota.
Toyota.
Toyotas, buddy.
No,
Both
Yodas are
great
pretty
cars.
good, man. Yodas are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
They last
especially when you kick in
forever.
that 4-wheel drive, man.
Yep.
Hoo-wee.
My
Well, actually, the 80s Toyota trucks were bad on the mud. I'm just going to say that now. They had great 4-wheel drive. Don't diss it.
Yep.
It just has to have the 4-wheel drive in it first. That's
Yeah. Yeah. I don't go in the mud, so I don't need 4-wheel drive. I don't really care about that.
well, I have 4-wheel drive, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So do
your
we.
house is like on a.
honestly, I don't ever use it. I don't ever put it in like low or
Oh.
high. It's always in the neutral, the 4-wheel drive. But
Yeah.
all-wheel
I
drive,
figure you need low to go up those hills. I'm just saying.
nah.
Yeah.
They're paved.
Exactly.
Yeah, until the
Granny
mudslide
gear
happens.
Yeah, well, but when I
or
go to my
torrential
nieces,
rain.
when I go to my nieces, she's out in the desert. It helps a lot.
Yeah, he's not driving them up in Runyon Canyon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, or any of the other canyons around him.
Yeah,
A
no,
bunch
we-
of them.
You got your pick, man. Pick your canyon.
Yeah,
basically.
there's several up around there.
Vince, you should go out on the dunes and start jumping the Land Cruiser.
I would honestly.
Nah, don't do that.
I'd have to raise it. I'd have to lift it, take off my bumpers, take off my fenders. I'd have to do a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Vince, hear me out. You park in the right place in Los Angeles, people will take your bumper and rims off, no problem for you, buddy.
Take everything
By the
but the
time you're
wheels,
done,
please.
By the time they're done, your car will be half the weight it was.
Right.
Yeah.
What should we do next? Oh,
What's
hey,
up,
Dead Zone.
Daddy
What's up, buddy?
Zone?
Yo,
What's up,
Dead
Dead
Zone.
Zone?
He's going live on Whatnot around 9:30.
Yeah. 6:30 his
Yeah.
time is 9:30 our
Yeah.
time.
6:30 the real
Yes.
time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what time zone is he in right now.
He'd be
He's
3
in
hours
Pacific
behind.
part of the time. He's in Mountain time part of the time.
Yeah,
No,
he-
he's
He
in
stays the
Arizona
same
time.
when the thing changes. He stays the same. They don't do daylight savings time where he lives,
Yeah.
Okay.
so
He's still behind, regardless.
yeah. Yeah, either 2 or 3 hours, depending on what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is when I go to see Andrew, I'm curious where the time zone is because I'll be going back at least 1 hour.
What are you in, Central?
You're going into the past.
I'm in Central, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just an hour.
Yeah, I just have to make sure that my parents meet at the Under the Sea Enchantment dance.
Right. Yep. He's going back in time.
Yeah. That's like driving to Nashville for me. Nashville's in Central Time.
Yep.
Well,
not really much.
And then
difference,
I come back. I come back, and 3 weeks later, I have to do it. I have to turn my clock back again.
Yeah.
It should change automatically.
So whenever
phone,
we have
you hit
the
the time
daylight
zone.
savings at my work, the next day or the old ladies are always all late or they're early. Either one, and then they don't realize what's going on, and they're so confused when you're trying to explain it to them.
Yeah.
Half the people
You're like,
in
oh
LA
yeah, are
don't
you
know
coming
what's
for
going
your
on.
appointment? You're 45 minutes late. She's like, no, it's at 10. You're like, yes, it's 10:40 now.
Yeah. Didn't change your clock, did you?
God.
You didn't spring forward.
If I could turn back time.
So those days are terrible at work.
It's town. If you know the reference.
I remember when I used to do carpooling with other people, and there was always one person that would screw up with the daily savings time. Didn't matter in what way. They'd either be outside waiting, complaining because they've been out there for almost an hour, or they'd be, late.
So we used to have an employee that whenever it was daylight savings time, that was his excuse to use that to be late. Or like if it was like sprinkling, the traffic was terrible. That's why he was late. So it was like always he would find like with something like, oh yeah, that's why. Oh, there was a wreck.
I worked with a woman who said she couldn't come into work because of the snowbanks by our office. So when she called in, I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay, snowbank will be gone by the time you get here." She's like, "What?" I said, "I'm going outside with the shovel." The snowbank, for the record, was only like a foot high, so it wasn't that hard to shovel down to the sidewalk and clear her path.
No, that sucks.
I'd park in it.
Shoveling snow.
Yeah.
Thing I don't normally have to worry about too much.
I've never done that here. I've done it at my grandpa's.
Mm-hmm.
That 5 minutes you were in Colorado.
Don't do it either.
I was there
Hey,
for a
Simon.
few months, Sean.
Oh, sorry. A few months. My apologies.
Yeah, it's messed up. I was only there during the winter.
Oh wow. Poor thing.
So
Well, I was glad I wasn't there in the summer because where my grandpa lives, it gets to like 110, 120. It feels like, and it's hot, but it's cold in the winter. So it was.
Sounds like he just called you over for some cheap labor.
No, it's kind of like my parents left me there.
Kind of, or they did.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
We went out there for a funeral, and I was staying with my uncle, and I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and my bags were on the porch.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
That's subtle. That is really subtle.
Wow.
Yep.
Ouch.
So did everybody go buy their Yoda today on the Funko shop?
No.
Hell no.
Oh, just me, I guess. Okay.
How many did you buy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
One.
It was the die-cast one?
You know it's going to be a chase,
Yeah.
right? And then you're going to have to sell it and get another one.
Is what it is, bro.
It always is for
It's
you.
happened to him before.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want the regular. I do not want the chase, but is what it is.
Of course. But it's
Yeah.
Mitch. He's going to get the chase and then be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, fudge, I have to sell this thing now. And he's going to look around for someone to buy it. He's going to order another one. It's going to come a chase again. And he's going to have to sell two. And then he's just going to end up trading someone.
I know. Yeah. So,
bad.
yeah. So I've been working the NFT market a little bit on the Avatar stuff.
How's it coming?
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I didn't, I bought, the 4 packs that I was able to get before it sold out.
You're honestly the only one I know that got packs.
Yeah. I got in. I could have gotten more, But I went ahead and opened those 4 packs before I went back into the queue. I could have gotten back in the queue and bought 4 more. But I waited and I got in right as it sold out to go grab a couple more. But I was trying to hit the grail, but I didn't.
What do you think about this arcade thing they're doing now, where you can burn your cards for
that?
Points?
Who cares about those drop Monster Freddy's anyway?
So wait, how does it work? So it's you
bro. It's a scam, if you ask me.
You burn your cards off.
You
for
burn
points.
all your cards that you have to try to get points. You know, the people that are buying those things like wildfire are going to have so many things to burn that they're all going to be at the top. You're not going to get in the top 333.
Well, heck no.
It's a carny game, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you go if you, and also a lot of people have sold their things after they redeem them for the redemption one, the royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll go sell the cards. And they'll throw them up there and list them. And some people like collect the cards and the NFTs, but you know, I don't care. But I mean, I've got a lot of them, but you know, they're talking about, but it's going to drive up the price because you're going to burn all these cards, and then there's only going to be a few left, and that's going to drive the price if somebody wants to buy it. Well, okay.
Nobody wants to buy that crap, though.
No, you can't get 30 cents out of a legendary card after it's already been redeemed, and you've gotten the token for it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but it's just I think it's dumb.
So I didn't know that that's what it was. I thought it was like you had to buy some packs or something.
No. You just have to sit there and sell all that crap and burn and turn them in, basically. And there's not a good way to do it in mass.
Yeah,
like you can't like used to, like on Atomic Hub, you could mass list your NFTs. Like you could go click 30 of them and list 30 of them at this price and list all those at this price and do it on one page and just do a bunch of them at once. Now you have to list each one at a time, each card. And it is a nightmare to try to list crap, comparatively speaking to what it used to be. So it used to be a lot easier. But I was able to, on the Avatar, I was able to get out of the 4 packs, I got 4 legendaries and a few epics. So, but I got duplicates of 2 of the legendaries. Like I got 2 of the Sokas and 2 of the Vatus. So
just trade.
I've sold one of the Vatus. I completed the royalty set. So I've got the Appa flocked Proto as Appa. I've got that one coming. I've got the Sokka in the wolf costume, and I've got the Vatu. I'm missing the Aang and the Korra. I've got enough money to buy the Korra if I want to just go buy that buy that legendary from selling other stuff. So I've still got 2 of the Sokkas, I think, still left, and then 1 Batu, 2 Sokkas, and then the royalty. I tried to get on one of those. I joined one of those Funko NFT groups, like the buy sell trade groups, and I was trying to list and put up there, like, see if anybody wanted to trade. I've got 2 of those painted ladies from the first one. That thing's at like $330 or $340 right now.
Right,
that painted lady is, and maybe a little bit more than that. But and that's what it's actually selling for. Luau and I were talking about that. But I tried to see if anybody wanted to trade me, the physical pop for the Grail, but it wouldn't even let me list it in the group.
Weird.
No,
it kept saying pending. I'm like I joined the group. I did everything I was supposed to do. I listed it the proper way. I took a picture of my pop with my name and date on it. The whole thing. It never would have loaded into the group, which is, I think, is bull crap. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
worst case scenario, I can go sell one of those. And if I wanted to get that one, I can sell that painted lady and get it. Just buy it from somebody. But
Selling the painted ladies, got it.
But the yeah, whatever. But the Aang is still at like almost $70. That was the most popular. Him in the the Fire Nation armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think that was one of the coolest ones. I understand why it's more expensive than the other ones, just because that was probably one of my favorite ones out of the group. I really like the Proto as Appa. Flocked was really cool, and then the Aang was probably my second favorite. Let's see what he's at. Pulling up my stuff here.
Yeah. I was looking to see for pop releases, but it's basically everything that we've been looking at the past couple of weeks. The only thing interesting that came out were the U2s, sorry.
U2s.
I want this NECA
U2.
shredder that's coming out April 11th on at Target.
You're really quiet, man. Sorry.
Oh, you can't hear me? Hear me now?
Not very well.
Shredder.
Yeah, the shredder.
Can you hear me now?
There's a shredder coming out.
I want this. Yep.
Yeah, we'll order it.
Mm.
It's up for order right now.
Yeah.
Hello, hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
you're good.
Is it still low?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just you're just real quiet. It's like you're really far away from the mic.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's Sean's fault.
Yeah, right. That's it.
There you go. Yeah,
Anthony.
I'm thinking.
Jeez, that Grail's gone up. It's up to $444, $445 now.
What's the Harvey Dent at? What's the Harvey Dent Grail at?
I don't know. I'm looking at Hobby TV. It's not going to be on there.
Yeah.
Anymore. The pricing of it, because it's already been done. You have to go look up PPG. Actually, go look up eBay sold.
Yeah, here's those arcade ones we were just talking about.
Yeah, seems like it says it's $50.
$50 and a Whopper.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that what you want? I'll give you 4 Whoppers.
Andrew, wait until Wednesday. They're on sale.
That's right. All right. I'll get them to you on Wednesday.
So it's around, let me see.
$460.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's what it's showing on PPG, which I would go look at your sold listings on eBay and see what's selling for.
Yeah, because it's going cheaper on eBay.
Well, I mean, I thought that about the painted lady and stuff also, and also the Fire Nation Aang, the Grail from the last series. I went and looked up the sold listings, and the PPG was pretty right on. Those things are that thing's insane.
Well, my problem with PPG though is, like you said, it's best to check both eBay and PPG because PPG has a tendency to be a little wonky.
Higher.
Well, it can be. Yeah, in a lot of cases, it really is. You kind of have to. That's why I say go look at the sold listings and stuff. But
I've noticed though, like some. Oh, sorry, Mitch. Go on.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, I've noticed on Hobby DB though, like some of the older pops are, the prices are off, but like anything newer, they keep up pretty good on them, especially the NFTs and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more data out there for them because they're more current. They get traded and sold more. But yeah, Painted Lady is $320 on Hobby DB, and I went and looked up on sold listings, and it's going anywhere from probably about, honestly, it's going from about $320 to about $380 is what they're actually selling for on eBay. But yeah, so the Fire Nation Aang that I've got sitting in there, $770.
Yep.
Nice.
That's insane. And I've got 2 of the painted ladies. That was the only reason I was giving one of those up, to try to trade somebody. I just got 2 of those in the drop.
So, how many Whoppers is that going to cost me?
Yeah,
You?
right.
You or Andrew?
I mean,
You okay
wants
there,
to go
Vince? You going to
first?
finish that sentence?
I said you or Andrew. You never answered.
Oh. Well, clearly me. I'll gladly.
Well,
I'll
Andrew
give you
gets a
6
better
Whoppers.
deal. You know, he's on this side of the border.
Oh, okay.
You
Right.
know,
That's fair.
there's probably like a currency swap fee and this other fee, and yeah, you know.
Fees.
Dude,
might
I'm just
get-
door dashing you Whoppers. I'm door dashing Whoppers to your house. There is no exchange.
yeah. I mean, for you there is.
Yeah, let's see here.
Our $3 Whoppers like $4.50 for you. You know.
I don't think we have $3 Whoppers here.
Nothing's $3 here.
Postmates.
Oh wow.
How much do you think a burger on Postmates? How much do you think a Whopper is?
Probably
I don't know.
$9.
$4 maybe.
14, 15 bucks.
$10.
$10.99.
That's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
just for the burger?
Just the burger, not the meal.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
meal.
They're like 7 something here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'll
about
just go to
Just
the
for the
store.
6 here.
Yeah, I'll just go to the store and buy my own burger and
Yeah.
The Whopper
Done.
meal.
make
Yeah.
my own burger.
Yeah, it's about $12 here for that.
I don't ever have them.
Just the other day, we had deer and bison burgers.
At your Wendy's. Or
No.
you mean at your Burger King?
We went to the store and bought our own meat and made our own burger patties and made our own burgers.
Yep. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
here you go. Here's sold item, the Fire Nation Aang, the original NFT Grail from Avatar. Here's one that sold for $789. There was one on here that was like, what was it? Hang on. Let me find it. Let me get back to the sold items here. I'm just going off sold, not listed. Is actually what they sold for. $875, $789.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the 879 one or something was just like, let's see, that was the 875 one was on March 17th. So a few days ago.
Pretty recently. Yeah.
So it's just gone up because of the new Avatar set that came out.
Yeah, well, it's like anything. I mean, hell, all my Fallout stuff was like $2 or $3 for like even the common pops. Now the average pop is about $20 to $30.
Yeah.
Hey Sean, so that store never got back to me about the Vault Boy.
Well then, you claim that you can just break and steal stuff and there's no consequence.
Oh
Get
no,
at
that changed. Biden's gone. You can't do that no more in California.
How do you know until you try, buddy?
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes now. You don't see people acting crazy at Target or Ross or Walmart no more.
No, I think crazy just took a different flavor.
Well, I mean, no, you don't see people like going in trying to grab a bunch of stuff and running out anymore because
Have you heard about Pokemon cards anytime? Like,
yeah, but
Oh,
Now,
but
they're still
they're
paid
not
for
stealing
those.
them.
So
They're not
being-
exactly. They're not stealing those. They're still paying for them.
they're just paying for them and then beating the crap out of each other. If they change the order. So
No.
actually,
Look, there's one of those vending machines at my market, and I've
Mhm.
never actually looked at it. I've never seen people on it. I've never seen anyone stand in front of it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if they have packs in there, and if they do, I'm gonna be that guy that buys it up until it has the little screen that doesn't let you.
well, Canada became famous for like a hot 5 minutes for Pokemon because there's a Costco out in Brantford, which is an hour from here, and there was a big brawl of like 7 guys all beating the crap out of each other because somebody had done something with the Pokemon cards, and it ended up on TikTok and stuff. Because I was watching it, going, I recognize that Costco, and then I went, that's the Brantford one, and then all these, and they all dressed alike. Like the big puffy jacket, black puffy jackets, skin tight, skinny jeans. Yeah. And they're, you know, doing the whole, you know, come at me, bro. Come at me. You want me, bro?
They're probably wearing a vest that has the whatnot symbol on their chest.
Dog.
Have you guys seen that video where that guy's looking for the Pokemon cards and he has a cart and the guy steals his cart, takes off with the cart full of his Pokemon cards?
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Well, there's a guy out in Jersey. He's I guess his full-time gig is a security guard, so he purposely goes in front of the machines dressed in his uniform with, you know, with all this gear on, and acts like he's guarding the machine until they restock it, and then he buys everything.
Oh, geez. There was one guy that went in the last I don't know what the last set was, but he walked in and he picked up the display and everything on it and took it. He just picked the whole display up and started walking away with it.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah.
I like the fact that places now are starting to put rules in where it's like, okay, you get one pack, then you go to the back of the line, and the next guy gets a pack.
Yep.
And we keep doing this until all the packs are gone.
Yep.
They're kind of doing that during the pandemic.
Well, there'll be an associate. Well, the associate will sit there. Well, they were putting them up. Now somebody sits there with a box, and you can get 2 boxes. That's it, and then you go to the back of the line. If they're all gone by the time you get back up there, then you start all over again. So
it's kind of like World War II rations. Here you go. Well, it's ridiculous,
like a lady
man.
on one of there's a lady on our local group. Well, it's not even a toy group, but she's like, to the 2 a-holes that took and grabbed most of the Hot Wheels this morning from Target. She's like, F you. So my kid wanted those. And everybody's like, well, I guess you should have been there earlier.
I never understood that.
It's that way.
Like,
I don't think it was for her kid anyway.
Hey, but you don't know what inventory of Hot Wheels they have, do you?
You know, these Hot Wheel people know what comes in these boxes, and they took both boxes. They just bought them all.
So they actually do know the inventory that comes? Like, you know how many rare ones are going to be at Target?
They have numbers on them, like boxes G. And that was the funny thing. She's like, you took box G and number I.
Yeah.
I was like,
exactly.
Number I?
She just called herself out. That wasn't for her kid. It was for her. She was going to get them and resell them.
It's like there's a Walmart here, and there's an elderly lady who has, I guess maybe it's her son or grandson, and she works the night shift, and every morning she's pushing a shopping cart filled with friggin' Hot Wheel boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Neil got really fed up over it because he's a collector, and he would go there because he works the midnight shift, so he'd be there like at 6 a.m. So finally, he got so fed up one day, he filmed her stacking, like putting full boxes in the shopping cart and going to the self checkout, and posted it in the local trading group, and she disappeared.
Oh man.
Well, you can't just do that, man. You can't. The night shift people stock. You know, you're a night shift person. You're stocking shelves. You know, take 1 or 2 of something that you want for yourself. Fine, that's fine. But taking a whole shopping cart.
He was a collector.
That's pretty much what these guys did. But I know these guys, and they do the die-cast shows. So they're buying the whole thing. They're taking what they want out of it, and then they're selling the rest at the show. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Well, and the funny part is, and especially doesn't matter where you are locally, every collector group has a core group of people that flip. And the irony is the guys that do that get their tits in a twist when you call them out on it.
Yep.
I'm not a flipper. Okay, so you're going to give that to me at cost? Well, no, it cost me gas to get there. Okay, well, here's an extra $2.
Right.
You know?
$2? That's not even fumes.
Yeah.
Here,
You were going
here
for-
it gets you a
you
little
were
more
going-
than there.
Yeah, but Vince, you were going for yourself, okay? The fact that you bought 3.
Doesn't matter.
You add about 40 more cents onto that, I can get a gallon here. Just saying.
What do you mean? Don't use the garden hose?
No. They have these things in cars now that stop that from happening. They're strainers.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to ask how you know, Andrew. I'm just going to take it as faith.
I've taken gas tanks apart. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they do.
That
They have
were
all the, like,
mine. They got
I was going to go,
in 'em.
really? Was that the same time you were collecting catalytic converters for the charity?
Right?
Yes.
Not
were
the charity
mine.
for the coffee.
The Weeble House of Ill Refute.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to ask: has anybody here been watching Daredevil: Born Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of Daredevil, I reminded him today about the Comic-Con tickets.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you for reminding me. Well, Quickdraw wanted me to get him those glow-in-the-dark Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And I
Actually, I
told
have
him to see him out. Huh?
I have a Canadian guy that's actually going. That I asked if he can get it. So I could see
Nice.
about that for you quick. I don't. When is San Diego? Anyways, it's in June, isn't it?
July.
July, okay.
Yeah.
The end of
I
July.
knew it was one of those months that's hot and starts with a J.
Like 25th or something, or 24th.
Okay. No, the reason I brought up Daredevil Born Again was because, is it me? It's like 8 episodes, and it's not giving away the storyline, but we have yet to see Daredevil except for like the hot 10 minutes in episode 1.
Maybe he hasn't been born yet again.
Well, I'm just saying maybe the title of that series should have a question mark again, like at the end of it, Daredevil Born Again, question mark.
But who is born again?
Yes, that's why the question mark's at the end.
I mean, who's not alive now? Does that person get born again?
Maybe. Still, I'm just saying. The series called Daredevil. We are 4 episodes in and have yet to actually get.
We got a good apartment scene. No costume, but we got a really good apartment scene.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this: the way that guy landed, I was surprised that he was alive in the next episode. I was kind of expecting him to be eating
too much, Sean. Too much. For anybody that hasn't watched,
I haven't seen any of it. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. So
exactly.
Yeah. In Vince's memory, doesn't matter. He could watch it tonight and still wouldn't remember it the next week.
I'm not paying attention when you're talking about the show, to be honest.
He does what me and Andrew does when you guys start talking about anime.
Enema. I don't talk about enemas.
Anime.
Oh, anime.
Wow. You know what? I don't want to know what kind of hobbies you're into, Vince, but good for you, buddy.
I've never talked about that.
So do you go to a lot of
full of enema?
No, I just want to know. Do you go to a lot of enema conventions?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shitty
kind of
time.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now we know what landslide was code for.
Jeez. So did you pull up anything on this or anything so far?
I did briefly.
There's nothing new, right?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's Teen Titan NFTs come out tomorrow, isn't it? I mean, not something I'm going for at all, but actually, Luau and I had a conversation earlier today about that. He was asking if I was going for it. I was like, hell no. He's like, me neither.
Did it end with "No, you hang up"? No, you hang up.
Yeah, no. No, his voice messages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't have any interest in those whatsoever.
We looked. Yeah, I mean, we looked at them last week, so.
Yeah. I'm just saying they drop tomorrow if anybody cares, which I don't.
Yeah.
So.
Me neither.
Same here.
The only Teen Titans I liked was the DC show.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitch, you know where that was mostly filmed, right?
What?
You know that show, Titans, you know where it was mostly filmed, right?
I don't care.
Don't care.
Really don't care.
If it's a really bad movie, I would say Hamilton. If it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did get Steven Seagal's executive decision filmed here. And Death to Smoochie. And that RoboCop reboot.
Yeah.
God, that movie was horrible.
Right.
Gotta be a big burn.
Gotta be a big burn.
Now, Mitch, say it puts the lotion on the skin. Go for it, buddy. In that low tone you just did.
Little puppy.
That's Vince's line.
Yeah.
Hello, detective.
Yeah.
Apply the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, that was actually pretty creepy when he added the little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
Oh man.
when it comes out,
It's really bad.
I need that action figure when it comes out.
What, the lotion on the skin?
Yep.
Like Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, it comes with a basket and Precious in the basket.
Jesus.
And a bottle of
Does it
lotion.
come with an auto trader in there? Oh wait, wrong movie.
I have to ask you a question. Since where you work at, have you ever brought someone's dog up to them in a basket and go, "Here's your Precious"? I don't know.
Getting bites on people interested in that dog you put up on.
Oh, there's been people. Yeah, someone called from Pittsburgh.
Oh wow.
She was like, "Ah!" She sounded like the voice that he does. She sounded like a heavy smoker. That she was. Yeah, I could.
It was a full on the
I honestly thought Sean was prank calling me for a second. I had to be like, wait. And then she was like,
Mama J?
terrible. That's terrible. I heard the story about the dog. How can people be like that? That's terrible. I was just like,
Wow.
He's like, do you have to be in the state to adopt him? I was like, well, unless you want to fly down here and pick him up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we already have a waiting list, and now we have kittens, and yeah, it's terrible.
How come you have all these animals? I didn't, because I haven't looked at Facebook at all, or Instagram for that matter, aside from the pictures you posted.
Safe haven.
Why do we have them all?
Yeah.
So the dog was found on the side of the road in a paper bag.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we took him to the vet when we're adopting him out, and then the
Was it-
cat, huh?
Was it a Del Taco bag?
I don't even know.
Jesus.
I don't
Quick,
know
I
what
think you're
type of bag.
focusing on the wrong part.
You're gonna talk
Oh,
about.
in the
I
garden.
don't think Del Taco. I would say more like probably like one of them, them burrito bags where it's like it's brown on
Okay.
top, it's almost like wet looking on the bottom from all the grease and oil. It's probably like one of those.
Chick-fil-A. Got it.
No, not even Chick-fil-A, like just a brown paper bag, no brand.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so where did the cats come from?
So the cats, we always have cats. They're from West Hollywood. They're strays, and they find kittens, and then we adopt them out.
A West Hollywood cat. I wonder what that would be like. Probably very high maintenance.
Yeah, it's great. Feral kittens are awesome, let me tell you.
Really? Oh, well, we'll get you somebody.
I'll send you 3.
Being very facetious over here.
Okay. Well, we're being very honest, so that evens it out.
Well, I'm very allergic, so
So am I.
Sorry.
You'll be
Yeah.
fine. I'm allergic too. You'll be all right.
Oh, I know. I mean, I love animals, but I won't ever own one.
Any animal?
No.
I could see you with a parrot walking around.
I grew up with birds, dude.
I could see you with a big macaw on your shoulder going.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up around birds. We used to breed cockatiels.
Yeah, I don't like birds. My girlfriend loves them.
Yeah.
I
My
just don't
mom
trust
actually
them.
just got her a puppy here, about 8 months ago or whatever it was that she got her. But before that, she actually got rid of her birds and sold them when she got her puppy. But at one point she had an umbrella cockatoo, a African gray parrot, a rainbow lorikeet,
Damn.
I think she had a green cheek conure or a green cheek parrot. Sorry. She had like 4 birds, big.
Damn.
Two of them big birds,
Yeah, no.
like large
Mama J
birds.
said she rescued a kitten, but the markings on her arms, it looks like she rescued a Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah. Feral cats don't like to be picked up.
Well, I mean,
Let's
she's
just be
into
honest. Anything
Wolverine.
feral doesn't.
Yeah.
What?
And Andrew, are you okay, buddy? Are you falling down a flight of stairs? Okay.
No,
Andrew, you
no,
all
I
right?
haven't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
No, I was gonna say anything feral really doesn't enjoy being picked up, Mitch. I think.
no, not really.
Although, those Canadian geese that I showed you guys the other day, the picture I took, they're hanging out in front of the old city hall across the path that I take to go to the gym every day. And yeah, I think the one doesn't like me because it tried chasing me. I didn't run or anything. I just walked like I walked normally, but I was thinking, okay, cool.
Hey, just tell them I say hi.
Uh-huh.
They know me.
Why would they care about Freddie Mercury?
Just let them know I say hi.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I think the worst thing I've ever done so far with Canadian geese was almost getting one of Mitch's ex-coworkers to go out and pet them.
Yeah. So there's nothing else that's coming out or anything.
No,
I heard rumor that there was somebody had posted about it, that there might be the next diecast might be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like him, like a bronze figure.
Like him jumping.
They should make the thing gold. The chase instead of
well, gold looking.
I
I don't think it's
I mean, the bronze figure is supposed to be like a figure like outside some of the arenas and stuff where they make bronze figures of the basketball players or football players and stuff. A lot of arenas have those outside. You should know that.
It could be a gold. It should be gold though, like his rings, and they should have him. It's probably just gonna be a basic stance though, huh?
It's going to be
Probably.
like the Jumpman thing.
You think? I think
Yeah,
he's just
the
gonna be there
Jumpman.
holding the ball.
Yeah, he's going to be holding the ball up like this, is like jumping to go dunk.
Yeah, I agree with Mitch. That's his
Are you
classic
going for
pose.
it?
Huh?
Are you gonna go for it?
Yeah, well, I own all the other Michael Jordans. I might as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I honestly want the Yoda to put on my desk at work. Literally, like the diecast, I'll put it out on the desk. Like I've got my little Yoda man thing. This thing, like I've got 2 of them, but this one's still in the package and everything. I've got one of those on my desk. People ask me about it all the time. Like it's a great conversation starter. People are like, "Oh, I love that. You a Yoda fan? Oh yeah."
Yeah, I finally
I
sold
got
my.
this for Fox.
Nice.
Oh,
He thinks it's something else that it isn't, but
Yeah. That'd be
A thermos?
yes.
yes, thermos. Sure.
I sent him a picture and that's the first thing he said was thermos.
Yeah.
Well, he likes his thermoses. What did you sell quick, by the way?
that other diecast Boba I had.
Oh, really?
I was going to turn it into a chase, but somebody offered me $25 for it, so I gave it to him.
Not bad.
Yeah, I've got one of those
Have
somewhere.
Have you gotten your vehicle back on the road yet, or is it down still?
What vehicle?
The one that you kept taking back to the shop?
Oh, yeah, I'm still driving it.
Okay.
He said, "What vehicle?"
No, I got.
Suspension's a little messed up.
Yeah, the suspension might be a little messed up, but as long as I don't
Yeah.
take it down 295 at 60 miles an hour and hit bumps, I'm good.
Or driving over the parking space concrete spacers.
I could do that easy in my car.
I do need to. I do need to bring it in for a tune-up, though.
Yeah.
Hey, quick.
Didn't you get a new car?
Yeah, I got a new car. Well, new to me.
New to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious because I remember we talked about it last week, and
No, they finally figured out what was wrong with it. I guess it just needed a new fuse box. The fuse box was bad or something, and it kept blowing the fuse that controls the coolant, whatever stuff. It kept closing some things, so the car would overheat.
Thermostat.
So, yeah, whatever it was, thermostat, whatever. Like these new freaking cars, man. I'm dreading even buying them. I should have just bought another one that was in the 90s. But yeah, like I kept turning the car on. I kept hearing bubbles behind the dash, like it was like a waterfall behind the dash and everything. Yeah, I'm just like, what is that?
I wonder what this is going to be.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah, it
Turtles.
looks like Michelangelo and freaking.
Those were the ones you showed me at the. They had that con. When they were talking about them. How much are those?
Michelangelo and looks like Leonardo.
But it's not. It's the bluey guy. So.
175.
But then they go on sale for.
No, 125. 125.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, they were 125.
They don't look too bad.
Because we talked about I wouldn't pay $250 to get that Jumbo Chan crap. But I did 125 to get there's Michael Jordan thing. I mean that's just somebody that's actually a figure, a Funko Pop. But they're thinking that might be a die cast. It may do something like that.
I finally got the Michelangelo one of the from was it Camp Fun Days?
Oh, the soda?
Yeah, you got
that's cool.
Dead Zone, right?
I got it from Dead Zone, yep.
Nice.
And then he sent me the pop that I've been trying to get from a certain company that told me I was stupid. And then they end up canceling it.
Who is it?
It's Daryl.
Because Sean won't put you up big.
Yeah, Daryl with dog. Yeah.
Nice.
I had that pre-ordered with a certain company.
Here, go ahead.
For like, what was it like for like a year? And I kept telling him like, I wanted to cancel, but he's like, there's a cancellation fee, a restocking fee, and I'm like, how are you going to restock something that you're not going to get? Yeah. Like, and then he ended up refunding me, but he didn't refund me back in cash. It was credit on the website, so I had to spend it on the website again.
Yeah,
that's dirty.
About time that all happened, this went up in like this was like over $50. So I was like, I ain't getting that now.
Yeah, I had a few things like that. Not from you.
I think we all have. We all have at some points. Mine was with Kraken and Big Apple.
Yeah. The same place that Quick has problems I got with now. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered something.
Is it something easily obtainable or?
No.
Oh crap!
So you got screwed over too?
Well, not really, but there's been no contact. Like I've been asking about it, and there's no contact.
What is it?
The Blacklight Imperial Palace Batman. It hasn't came out yet, but I keep trying to get a hold of them and saying, "Hey, what's the status on this?" And I've got no answer back yet. So.
Well, I mean, that's not like they haven't shipped something to you that's already out.
No. I'm just saying I'm having a problem getting a hold of them. Is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, they just may not know. They should just respond back and say they don't know. But
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah,
Doesn't hurt.
that'd be nice.
Because it doesn't hurt to at least tell somebody. Say, hey, look, it's on order. We're just waiting for it to arrive. When it will, your guess is as good as mine.
yeah.
Well, like Quick, they never got it. So they
Yeah, never got it.
for Quick, you know what I'm saying?
He led me on for like
They
a year
never
and a
got it
half.
Mm.
And I kept messaging him. I'm like, bro, if you don't have it now, you're not going to get it at all. Refund me. He's like,
Yeah.
I can refund you, but
That
there's going to be a
Batman.
restocking fee. And I'm like, restocking of what? What are you restocking? Nothing.
Because you don't have it.
I
it's
love-
a Chinese exclusive too, so that's what's going to be the tough part about getting it. I had to pay extra for it. That's what's going to.
I don't mind companies having a restocking fee, but like Quick just touched on, if it's in stock and I'm impatient to wait for it to arrive, then yeah, charge me the restocking fee. But if you don't have it, then that's the price of business, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick, or Drew, which one is it?
It's a Blacklight Batman. It's the Imperial Palace. It's a Chinese exclusive from just like the Harley that I got. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have a picture of it.
I have every other one. Well, except for the metallic chase Robin. That's the only one I'm missing.
Here we go. Hey, Andrew, is this the one?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could see that one very well.
374.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
What's the exclusive to?
Well, it's a Toy Tokyo exclusive in a lot of things. Yeah,
it's Asian
a lot of them have a
ordered
Toy Tokyo sticker too.
Yeah, the one I ordered though is from like the Chinese convention.
Well, no. It's got both stickers. It's got that exclusive sticker, that black exclusive sticker, and then it's got a Toy Tokyo sticker too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's one on eBay right now. That's got both stickers on it right here.
How much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
80 something bucks, I think. $80.
Yeah. And I haven't got mine yet.
How much did you pay?
2022.
How much did you pay, Andrew?
Almost 60.
Okay.
So
interesting.
It's a little frustrating.
Here's one for 65 on shoot, where'd it go? On Whatnot. Somebody's got it listed on there, buy now. For 65.
If they ever get back to me, that would be great.
Yeah.
But that's beside the
point.
But yeah.
I can say this much. I found when you use the word, is this company a scam, and do an Instagram post, they answer you very quickly.
I don't think
Not necessarily saying that's the way you should go with all things in life, but I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't been around the community very much either.
Yeah, he hasn't. But he was really good about a lot of things for a long time. So
yeah,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But
that's what I did.
Honest with you.
You know how
until I got screwed over, and I was like, oh, I guess you just lose my business now.
Well, I think that's a going trend with a lot of people that we used to trust are now people that we wouldn't necessarily trust.
Ban for bites. Oops, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I never trusted him at all. Never.
I never bought anything either.
I thought he was pretty douchey, dickhead kind of.
I would try and get your money back, Andrew, because I mean, here's one on Macari for $65. I mean, you can get it on there all day long, and they're in New Jersey.
It's not me. I'm not selling it. If I was selling it, Andrew, I would have sent it to you.
I'm just saying that you can get one for basically what you paid for it right now. So,
well, just suggesting my method.
At least you can get one for what he about paid for it. Me, I spent what regular was it, $15, I think.
Yeah.
But then when I wanted to go get it, it was like $55 or something like that, and I was like, no, that's bullshit.
Oh, I think someone just showed up.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, sleepyhead.
Bro, here's the thing. I went to my buddy's house. I went to her house for the weekend. My Assassin's Creed game came in on Friday. I left Friday night, so I haven't really got like an hour into it. So when I got home Sunday night, I didn't go to bed. Okay, I was up till I would say like 5 or 6 in the morning from the time I got home, and I was tired. Okay. Mind you, I have a 10-year-old that I have to get up and wake up myself. So I only really got like an hour to sleep.
Yeah, but that was your choice.
Yeah, that sounds like
first of all, I'm just explaining why I was sleeping. I wasn't like, trying to make an excuse. I wanted to play that game, and my ass was gonna stay up playing that game.
How is it?
Oh, it's really good. Honestly, I'm surprised how I have enjoyed it way more than I would say the last two. Way more. And probably, yeah, it's definitely way better than the last two that came out. I might even say the last three. I completely forgot about Mirage, which was technically a prequel to Valhalla. So that's how bad the last one was.
I didn't like Valhalla that much.
I like Valhalla. So Valhalla felt like it was better than Odyssey, which was the Greek one, and then Mirage was the one that came out after Valhalla. I feel like they just missed some opportunities with Valhalla with the raids and stuff like that. Could have been a lot better, like a better concept.
My favorite one's Black Flag.
A Black Flag is definitely up there. I think my favorite is probably Brotherhood. Sasuke Brotherhood. Black Flag is probably second. Oh, this one might push it into the top 5 though. Like this one, I don't know where Shadows will land, but I feel like it's. I'm not done with it, so I don't want to give it that high of praise. But so far, I'm not even halfway. I don't even think I'm a quarter way through the maps.
Huh. Don't know. Only Assassin's Creed I ever played was Assassin's Creed 2.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That was just because I got the game for almost for free.
Well, you probably got it. What? When did you get it? It was like way after it came out.
Like a year afterwards, I got it for like $20.
Well, yeah, games were also cheaper back then.
Yep. Yeah. No, it was at our college used to hold a video game swap meet. Went in and they had it there for $20. I was like, oh, I'll take it.
Yeah. You what is it? You said which was it? You said 2?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one where Ezio came in. So that's probably one of the better ones. He's one of the better assassins.
Yes.
So the Snow White movie is now officially dropped to 2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
Which one?
Wait. But Mitch, you don't go by ratings. You go and see the movie because you don't believe in what critics have to say.
I know I don't want to see that movie.
I tell you what, if you want to do that thing, you got to pay for my ticket, pay for my gas, and pay for my popcorn, and I'll go watch that movie.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'll give you.
right.
I'll give you. I'll give you 2 out of 3.
If you pay for mine and my girlfriend's ticket, we'll go watch it.
Right.
I'll buy the candy and the soda.
What the hell has your girlfriend ever done to me?
But California prices is the same as buying everybody's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I for all intents and purposes, his girlfriend's never done anything to me. Why would I subject her through that?
Oh, that's not true. He calls a bunch of nerds.
And
I'm just saying that's the most.
John's like, well, she's not lying.
Well,
Right.
no, what I'm saying is that's the most interaction we got. That's about it.
it's probably the most interaction he's got too.
Yes.
Says he's just a friend.
Yes. Oh baby, you.
Got what I need.
All right, we're not all going to do this right now.
No, we are not.
Hey, Nick, so I found a card shop.
Everybody take apart. Let's go.
You found a card shop. What, Vince?
I found a card shop.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, here I'll send you the little thing. I actually saw it just because I seen the post on Instagram and I drove past it. I never had any idea where it was at, but I seen the painting, so now I'm gonna hit it up.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. What are you gonna buy? What are you looking for?
We'll see.
Cards.
Just depends.
Cool.
It's right. You guys know what
Card.
Porto's Bakery is? Do you guys have any idea what that is?
I thought
What?
it depends. I'm not gonna lie.
Porto's.
No.
Portos? No.
Yeah, you guys have never heard of that? It's like a Cuban bakery, and there's lines are like around the corner. It's right across the street from there. So
Okay.
yeah, they sell like a bunch of pastries,
Cuban bakery.
cakes, and then they make like Cuban sandwiches and
The only thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Andrew, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go and see Vince instead. He gave me a Cuban bakery.
Go right ahead. I think there's one closer though.
I think
it's in New York off Broadway.
I was gonna say your best bet is to go down to Florida if you want some good Cuban stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, so basically this bakery's been there since like 1960. So when they all like came during the Castro era, they all came together and it's like one family that worked there forever.
Hey, Clara, how you doing?
Did someone say Cuban bakery?
And Clara goes,
Hey, Clara.
I know about that.
Yeah, Clara out of nowhere just comes out.
That is so crazy. That is creepy as hell. Not gonna lie. That is creepy as
Picked
fuck.
up a truckload of mystery boxes yesterday. Daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh Jesus.
That's funny.
God.
Yeah.
So hold on, wait. Oh my God, that's so typical Dead Zone though.
So apparently, I just saw something just popped up on my feed that they're doing a new series on Peacock. It's called Crystal Lake. It's a prequel to Friday the 13th. And Linda Cardinelli, who was Velma in Scooby-Doo movies, and she was in, Grandma's Boy and all that.
And
she's going to be like one of the lead stars in it, playing Pamela Voorhees.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't she also in Freaks and Geeks?
I think so.
Yeah, is that the same girl?
She was also in I think she was in ER, and she was on several different shows and stuff, and movies.
Oh, dude, everybody was on ER in the 90s. I think even you were, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm still getting residual checks from that.
Yeah, weren't you Drunk Hobo number 2?
I think I was probably a patient.
Always number one.
I can almost guarantee it.
I spent 7 years at Juilliard to be the best hobo I could be.
And 400 new Funkos too, and
lots
in
of
addition
PC.
to, yeah,
Lots of DC.
Hey, see if Dead Zone has one of those blacklight Imperial Batmans.
Right.
I mean, I still have to go through the list he sent me. I'm just saying.
Jesus.
That was in February.
Yeah, I still got to go through that collection. I might send to Dead Zone.
I don't know. The other day, I accidentally turned on my voice dictation on my phone. I don't know how the hell you do it, Andrew. Everything I touched kept telling me what it was. Took me like 5 minutes to turn it off. It's annoying.
It's a necessity. That's
it's not annoying when you have to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, let's be honest here. He's kind of got practice at something yelling at him. No,
Good Lord.
Jesus.
I'm good at
I can't comment on that because in several months' time I'll be at his home, and at which point I'll be within punching distance.
Yep.
Also, speaking of Andrew, what I need the backstory. What's with the name and the picture?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know because I did.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Like, is there a story behind that? I was like, just random.
I guess he was tired of being
Commissioner Gordon, you know. Yeah, Commissioner Gordon. He's the new guy. Gordon.
What was his name? Gordon S. What?
His name was Gordon Shumway.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I put S at the end because Shumway would have been way too long.
But you got a picture of Alf though.
Yeah.
That's his real name. Is Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, and
I thought
it
was
I watched a documentary on when they came up with Elf and like the TV show, and apparently the stage had these large holes in the floor for the elf puppet. And
no, there was a guy in that suit.
No, there's actual there's actual if you look it up, you can find it on YouTube. There were actual holes in the stage for certain scenes where they were doing like the puppetry of it, and people would actors sometimes would forget where they were, and
oh my god,
fall into the pit.
That's hilarious.
Apparently, the guy who played the father on the show apparently fell the most because he'd get caught up in the scene and acting, and the next thing you know, he'd disappear behind the couch.
That's hilarious. Now, if we would have blooper reels from that now, that'd be great. Also, that's we gotta have to see that updated list, man. I'm curious later. Obviously later, maybe if you have time.
I have some Transformers NFTs I want to know if you'd be interested in. I can get you pictures for them if you're interested, by the way, Dead Zone. They're not mine, they're somebody else's, and they're looking to unload them. And I said I could see about it. So, and they're currently residing in the States, so I can get them shipped to you, no problem. So.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody just pile up on Dead Zone.
Yeah.
You know what, Dead Zone? I got a bunch of stuff in my storage. I'll fly it out to you personally, okay?
Yeah, Dead Zone. Buy my pops also.
No. This was somebody who doesn't do Funko Pops or NFTs, just bought them on a whim, and now has been stuck with them. Doesn't know how to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about that person once.
Yeah.
Oh, on eBay.
Yeah, so he'd rather just he just wants to do Trek sailing. I don't make people do what they want to do.
Yeah, but he does know he's not going to get full price for them.
No.
He's understanding that, considering. Trust me, the person's aware of the ins and outs of the situation. He's asked me if I would do it for him, and I said, yeah. I'm not even taking it. I've been authorized to take a cut, and I don't want to take a cut. I'd rather just help him. He's that friend.
Aren't worth much.
The Transformers ones?
No.
The Golden Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, the Grail would be worth something, but I mean, the rest of them are worth like $40-$50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mitch,
what?
are you okay? I'm just wondering why you're shitting on something I'm trying to do for somebody else.
I'm just saying.
That's LBD's thing.
It'd be different. It was like a $100 pop or $200 pop or something.
Yeah, I didn't even put my weight on that one.
Yeah, that's LBD's thing to shit on people's things, man. You can't take his thing away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just taking up the mantle.
Well,
No.
I'm here. I appreciate it, but I'm here now.
You're welcome. You're half here, buddy. You're kind of half here.
Yeah.
Listen. I would have
You
been
got
here
a lot
later.
of stuff going, man. You're tired, bro.
I would have
trying to
been
help you
here. Yeah, I would have been here later if I was trying to set up anything. Okay.
He
This
didn't
is
even
true.
get dressed.
What?
LBD didn't even get dressed. He just
Oh
jumped
no,
off.
hell no! I got shorts on. That's it.
Yes,
Exactly.
but that's LBD most all the time.
Well,
Yes.
you
Not
guys
on-
lucky you
on
get a
I-
shirt when I come on. But
No. I was just gonna say I can attest to that. He's spent time here.
Okay.
also, first of all, your apartment was hot as hell.
Yeah.
You visited my place in August.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't control the Canadian weather for you. I will
Well,
do my best.
I didn't complain when I was there, but I'm just saying there's a reason why I was comfortable because it was hot as hell.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of that. That's why when I'm working, I literally will have a fan underneath my desk.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I live in the bedroom with the AC on.
Oh, I know. You're trying to avoid huevos cocidos. We get it.
Yeah. Well, it's like you live with AC 24/7.
Yeah, actually, I have it on right now.
Yep.
I'm aware. Yes. I think
Does not
your
bother.
best of all time was having the AC on in the middle of the worst blizzard that Jersey had in a long time, and you getting upset that it was freezing, and it kept turning off because it was freezing.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it wasn't turning off because of the blizzard. It was turning on because I had it on so long, and I hadn't turned it off in a while, so it ended up freezing during the winter.
Yeah. Like I haven't had my unit on hardly at all this month.
I've had my heater on, not my AC.
Well, it's just been so mild here.
Mhm.
Like if it got a little cold at night, like one or two nights, but then I'd run it up to like 72 degrees and just turn it off.
We had snow last night.
30 minutes to get up to temperature, and I just turn it off, and I'd wake up the next morning. It's still like 67. So
Bro,
it's like,
here,
all right.
I'm tired of the freaking weather because it'll be like 35, and then it'll go like 2 days with like between like 50 and 60 degrees, and then go right back down. I'm like, make up your fucking mind.
One.
Yeah, I got it.
But
No,
it's been fairly mild around here.
Well, I had the window open
it's
last
still
night.
61.
Well, I had the window open last night, and it snowed.
I mean, but my window was open too. Oh, sorry. I thought we were interrupting each other.
No, I was trying to finish saying that I ended up with snow in the bed last night. That's how I knew that it was snow.
We got rain.
Nobody cares about California weather, okay?
Yeah, we don't
Good
wake
thing
up
I live in
in
LA.
your bed.
Oh please,
Yeah.
you guys cry when it gets below 60.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's cold.
Well,
Poor
60
baby.
60's not
Well,
even cold.
I mean, here's ours. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's nice.
fairly mild.
Yeah,
You go
I
down,
like
it's
that.
like
Yeah,
it's in the 70s and 60s during the day.
That's a windbreaker or a light sweatshirt.
What the hell windbreakers? I only
This
thought
is
the Russians
1994
were
again?
windbreakers.
Bro, I haven't had
Where's
a
the
windbreaker in a year. Yeah.
Belly.
I mean, you got to think the heaviest coat I ever wear is like a little Columbia fleece. That's the heaviest coat I ever wear, even when it's 10 degrees outside. That's all I have on.
I
There's
have
no chance in hell.
4 jackets. One hoodie,
Members only.
a jean jacket, a wool long coat,
course.
and then I have a parka that's meant for minus 40.
Yeah.
I don't know how many-
And that parka I have worn maybe 7 times when it's been minus 40.
Congratulations.
Not really. Oh, for the record, it's 37 here.
But what about in American numbers?
That's in Yankee Doodle units. I took the time for you because I know math is hard.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
60 here, so
Yeah.
at
We've only got
9:02
down to
at night.
minus 35.
75.
Yeah,
here.
I would kill for Mitch's weather right now. That would be all the windows open weather. But right now,
Yeah,
because it's like
gorgeous.
it's supposed to rain tonight, and it's going to go down to like about -2, so there's a good chance we might get snow. I ain't doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been raining all day today here.
Mm,
Today was like the first
was
day it was
weather
actually
yesterday.
sunny for us in like the past 2 weeks.
you poor thing. Must be
Yeah.
so hard living in a temperature where jackets are never heard of, snow boots aren't even a thing.
People wear snow boots and jackets here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fashion statements.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I live here. It could snow all at once. At least I don't have to worry about wildfires and earthquakes.
You've never seen a young white
Well-
girl in a jean mini skirt and snow boots?
Yes.
No,
No, yes,
Not here.
I have, because there's a well, he's dead now, but there was a guy who used to walk up and down the main street where I used to live in my neighborhood. He was like he was like
wearing a
6
mini
foot.
skirt.
Yeah.
I don't think he was wearing a miniskirt, but he definitely had an interesting way to dress himself, and everybody knew him. He had like long blonde hair, and that dude was
apple
like
bottom jeans,
he was like 6'4", bro.
Sure.
With the
the
fur.
boots
Bruh.
with the fur.
He was tall, man. It was crazy. Like you couldn't miss that person. You couldn't miss
Oh,
him,
wow.
bro. You couldn't miss him. He was like 6'4" at least.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm actually kind of thirsty and hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So in the meantime, I want to say thank you for everybody who came out. Mitch,
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon, LBD for eventually showing up, Vince, Quickdraw, as well as everybody else on the chat tonight. In the meantime, we'll be
Vince
back
twice?
next week.
Yeah, don't forget.
Yes, because Vince is special.
And don't forget in a half hour, hit up Dead Zone on Whatnot.
Yep.
There you go.
6:30
Remember,
Pacific Standard Time.
and if you pay triple the value of an item, he'll show you a little sleeve.
Or what he paid extra for.
That's true. All right, catch you guys later. Bye.
Later.
Bye.